Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube. We are going to be talking all sorts of stuff tonight, and we will be going over CKB, some crypto market news, and we are trying to get Crypto Airborne into the feed right now. He's having some computer issues. Bear with me 1 second. In the chat section, can people let me know if you can hear me okay? That would be wonderful. Dank Knowledge says, yo, what's up, man? Can you guys hear me? Okay, we got Crypto Airborne. Thanks for joining me.
Can you guys hear and see me right now?
I can hear you perfectly. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, here comes the flood of chat.
Whoa.
So the thing is, folks, I think the chat box is a little delayed, so we'll get right into this. So first and foremost, thanks for coming on the channel tonight, Crypto Airborne. I do appreciate having you here, and we might have a special guest popping in, and I'm hoping that he accepts and just swings by for a second. With that said, let's get into it. What do you got for us tonight, Crypto Airborne?
I don't know. I was getting all nervous, man. Like, we had all these people waiting, and then I couldn't get my thing working on Restream. But
I know.
I did the typical IT manager side of me. It's just like, restart your computer. So I restarted it. All the windows popped up, and then it said joining session, and I said, oh crap. And then it popped up, you're live, and then 35 people shut up. So I was like, oh crap. But yeah.
That's funny. Well,
yeah, guys, what's going on?
Guys, check out Crypto Airborne on Twitter and also on YouTube. We'll get into that a little bit later on, but let's just go over some crypto. And right now, everybody's seen the thumbnail. What's with this $3.50 CKB Crypto Airborne?
What's going on with it? Oh, I can tell you.
Yeah. So
you're clickbaiting everybody.
No. Nope. So you see the thing with CKB, folks, is that CKB definitely will hit $1 probably in the future, not anytime soon. But with that said, I just kind of want to steer us away from the chart for just 1 second. And here's the argument that I'm going to make. Well, CKB has basically 28 billion circulating supply of coins. So if we attach $1 to each coin, that's a 28 billion dollar crypto market cap for CKB. So with that said, getting to $2, $3.50 isn't that unrealistic if you think about it. And we can go over some of the stuff on Coin Market Cap. And I just kind of wanted to pull a few other coins kind of out of this lineup here. One of the most, I should say, there's two questions I see the most. The one question I get on my channel all the time, can you guess what that is, Crypto Airborne?
How
exactly.
high can you go?
Exactly.
That's what everyone cares about. And it's funny, guys, because like as a content creator, like your daily videos of what you do daily, your news, it goes in one ear, it goes out the other. That video is not going to get any views after. Your most clicked views, the most views that you get as a content creator are price predictions. How high can whatever coin get? Because people want to make money. People want to make money fast, and it's just not realistic, in all honesty. I mean, some people make it, but like crypto's a long-term hodl game, in my opinion. I've been in the space for 5 years. If you guys have been on this channel for a while, you know me. I quit my day job back in April with Amazon. I've been dollar cost averaging. I've been buying crypto since 2017 and just stacking. So it's a long-term game, in my opinion. You do have your bear market, you get your bull runs and whatnot, but yeah, as a content creator, I've been doing YouTube for like over 10 years, and I know Six Fig has been as well, but like I just recently created this channel, and it's pretty fun to do this, but like, and to look at the analytics and stuff as I go through my YouTube channel. And it's the videos with the thumbnails that people want to see, and the price predictions and like breaking news, blah, 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 blah. That's what people want to see. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I think I'm
Absolutely.
just like rambling on, I do, but yeah.
No, but you make a good point. This is not some overnight. I mean, it could be with crypto. That's the thing. It could be some overnight cash grab. But I want to just illustrate. So the number one question I get is, when will CKB go to $1? And nobody knows, but we know the possibility is there. The other question I see a lot in forums, on Facebook, on Reddit, things like that, is people are questioning the circulating supply. And CKB has a circulating supply of 28 billion. Meanwhile, we have ADA with 32 billion, sitting very comfortably at $2. There's
a max supply of 45 billion.
That's crazy. And even with like Dogecoin, I mean, look at this, 131.5 billion Dogecoin. But then we saw price get to 75 cents.
Yeah.
Just a few months ago. So I guess I just kind of want to touch on, when we start seeing coins like that with that amount of circulating supply, the dollar isn't, I mean, that's a $28 billion market cap. If we look at this really carefully, a $28 billion market cap is in the top 10. So, whether or not Nervos Network and CKB works its way up there, is anybody's guess. But the other thing CKB has going for it is that with CKB, developers need to use CKB to build their dApps. There's gonna be all sort. Think of CKB as real estate, right? The more developers using up that real estate, the more people staking to the Nervos DAO. We're gonna drive that 28 billion coins, into storage, and so Coinbase listing would help. Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. You guys are all right. Crypto Airborne, you are right. Coinbase will help.
It'll help initially. Like, I think it'll get listed. Like every coin that gets listed on Coinbase, where there's two different things. Like, you'll hear in advance, it'll get listed on Coinbase Pro first. And then as soon as that happens, everyone buys it. It shoots up. And then as soon as it gets listed onto Coinbase Pro and then the regular Coinbase, it'll drop. Mm-hmm. So if that does happen and you guys are traders, and you're not hodlers like I am, that'd be a good time to probably buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing.
Absolutely. And Max makes a good point. Polygon was a penny in January. It's at $1.16, and that's a 6.6 billion market cap with or circulating supply. I'm sorry, with a 10 billion max supply. So, you're seeing some stuff go down there, and that's sitting at a 7.5 billion market cap. So I guess that's, to answer some of those questions, and I've always tried to steer clear of those questions because it's just too hard to speculate on when. But I'm certain that over time, especially with Nervos Network, they seem to have their heads on straight over there, working tightly with Cardano and Ergo now. I think the bridge upgrades and the bridge developments are going to be insane. So looks like Khan says this video is just all about hopium. Good luck with your bags, guys. Well, I'm going to fill my bag. I'm going to fill it. So let's get into some TA on CKB right now.
I love the comments, guys. Keep them commenting. Yeah, let's go.
Let's see what you guys got. So CKB is at an interesting point, and this is going to sadly Bitcoin is going to really make or break the alt market. We all know that, just for the simple fact that Bitcoin owns half the crypto market cap in itself. So with that said, we can go ahead and throw up a little Fibonacci channel, and we can see how close CKB, bear with me 1 second. We're on the 12-hour chart. I'm just going to bring this right about there. And we can see that this has been in an uptrend since November of 20, even though we've had a huge retracement back in March. So with that said, what do we got going for us right now? In the last few videos that I did, we had the possibility, I do think, of an inverse head and shoulders here. And I've also been kind of speculating on the whole ascending triangle. And if the crypto market stays healthy in the next few months, maybe going into December, we may in fact see CKB just kind of do one of these things. And I do think that if the crypto market's healthy, we definitely will see a retest of this 4.5 cent, but I think that we might see additional price discovery at that point in time. Here's the other. I'm going to throw around the inverse head and shoulders theory. I mean, we can see that this could happen, and I do. While this would be nice to see price action come up this way and retest.
Hey, Six, what's Fibonacci, real quick?
Fibonacci?
Quick question, yeah. For
newbies. So we'll get into that. Basically, Fibonacci is a mathematical formula that you can use to predict certain price points and resistance levels and support levels within the stock market. So with that said, that's what it is in short. And you can look that up on Google and find out a lot better explanation there than I can explain it right now. But so we got that happening. And if we're in this inverse head and shoulders pattern, I do think that this ascending triangle would be a lot bigger move to the upside if we filled out this ascending triangle versus the inverse head and shoulders pattern. So for me, I think I'd be willing to wait for this to fill out and then go up to the next level. But this is all very contingent on Bitcoin. And let's take a quick peek at Bitcoin. So bear with me 1 second here. Okay. So back on, what was it, the 24th or 25th? I think it was the 25th, 24th, I used the Gartley pattern to try and break the price action of Bitcoin down. And we can see where I haven't changed this chart, but you can see this is where the prediction was made. Sell-off area here. I have extended this to the upside because technically the sell-off area could happen as high as 45,200, somewhere in there. If this price action moves up higher than that, then this whole theory is off the table. So with that said, I was kind of speculating how we might see a price tag of Bitcoin right around that 39.5K level. And this is going to be interesting to see what happens with this because, we got a special guest in here. I'm going to bring Crypto TA in just a second, and we'll talk CELR. How about that? Crypto Airborne.
Nice. Hey, real quick before, I know a little bit about it, but hey, real quick, can you make me and maybe Strika a moderator? Because we're getting a lot of comments that might need to be
wild.
If you go to the regular stream and you click on the little 3 dots, you can just instantly make moderator. Because I had to do that. I had to do that this past weekend when I was streaming the Cardano Summit. Strika was there. I had over 800 people, and the chat got crazy. So just to clean up the chat a little bit, guys. Really appreciate it. But try to be.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to get you
PG-13. I mean, You guys know how it is.
I'm trying to add Strika and you as a moderator, but it's just not letting me.
If you go to if you go to the regular stream on YouTube, bring up another tab and then click the 3 dots, it'll let you add instantly. But
all right, so bear with me. Yeah, so people are getting buck ass wild. Here we go.
Yeah, thank you guys for all watching. Man, we got 65 people. Woo! You guys must
here we go.
You guys must be all CKB fans, or write in the comments like where are you guys coming from? Are you coming from my channel or just like
all right,
YouTube
folks.
search or what?
So sorry about that. Strika and Crypto Airborne, you are moderators. So thank you for that. So basically, it was interesting to see how Bitcoin really kind of blew right through this head and shoulders pattern and just defied it. Still kind of struggling with this 43 5-ish, $44,000 level. So it's going to be interesting. Right now, Bitcoin is in somewhat of an ending diagonal pattern. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this drift back downwards for right now. And you can kind of see the possibility of a head and shoulders pattern here. But I want to bring on a special guest, and I don't think you've met Crypto TA. My friend Crypto TA, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. Thanks for coming on, man. We really appreciate you having you on. Crypto TA, meet Crypto Airborne.
What's going on, man?
Pretty good. How are you? I don't think I've seen your channel yet.
No, I'm Crypto Airborne. I'm into the Voyager community. If you ever heard of like the Voyager app or whatever, I'm real big into that. And
yeah,
absolutely. So definitely check out Crypto TA if you're into like CELR and a bunch of other stuff. He does some really great TA on that. Lots of videos. Just hit 1,000 subs, so congrats on that, man.
Congrats, bro.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I'm trying to post more than just CELR. I just did one on Marlin Pond. I have no idea what it's about, but I'm just a chart analyst, and that's about all I do.
Yeah, that's like one of the things that's like hardest as a content creator is like, it's like you're going to find your niche and you're going to get that group of people coming to your channel. But then as soon as you swerve off of what your niche is, you're not going to get the views. And then mentally you're going to be like, oh, I shouldn't do that because I'm not going to get the views. But like, who cares? Who cares what other people think? Who cares what people do? Like, just put out the stuff that you like to do. Like, quit, thinking what other people think. That's how my channel is. Like, I'm Voyager. I like Voyager, but I like CKB because like I'm within the Voyager app. We have 63 different assets on the Voyager app. So like I want every single, asset or coin within the Voyager app to succeed type of thing. So I'm not like a Voyager maxi or a Bitcoin maxi or whatever. Like I'm just here to see the whole crypto industry succeed type of thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely am in the same boat. But yeah, I mean, Crypto TA, did you want to run any TA on CELR or anything like that?
I mean, I can if the viewers are for it.
Absolutely.
My internet's kind of going in and out right now. I don't know if this is my sound.
Okay.
Is the sound okay right now?
Yeah, you sound pretty crystal clear right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
yeah, I mean, if you want, I can. If you wanted to share your own chart, I could definitely share your screen with you.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I mean, at the moment, CELR's just kind of pulling back off after some parabolic runs. So
okay. Well,
I've been really a whole lot of exciting things other than I can point out some support levels.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you've been covering CELR for a grip.
Yeah. Well, just like I forgot your name already. Sorry. That was kind of my niche, was CELR. That kind of blew up CELR, some CKB. So I kind of faded off of CKB, but I'm still kind of covering it.
Yep. And that's kind of where I ran into your channel. I was, back when last February hit, we were exposed to CKB and Nervos Network through the Voyager app. But then, as the months progressed, I was like, who else is talking about this? So I just was searching randomly on YouTube, and I found your channel. I'm like, okay, this guy knows his stuff, and we'll just check him out. And yeah, it's kind of been emailing ever since, and finally getting you on, man.
Yeah, it's been a long time, huh?
Yeah, definitely
avoiding it, but here I am, guys.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. So I know you've been big into like the whole Elliott wave theory.
Yeah,
with this, and man, I'm definitely seeing it for sure.
I mean, it makes sense if you put it all together, like the video I put out on Bitcoin and the market cycles.
Sure. Is this kind of what you're thinking here? Something like this?
Sure. Is this okay? 6 hour. I've never looked at the 6 hour chart on CELR, but I mean that looks like one.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So what are your predictions for CELR going forward? You said we were kind of in a pullback.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm looking at my own chart, so because I have it drawn up to what I'm looking at.
If you wanted to share your screen, you definitely could if you wanted.
Okay.
Totally.
I don't know how to do that. Oh, I share my screen like this. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here. There we go.
Okay. Oh, it's sharing the wrong side. Okay.
Oh, is it? I'm going to mute you here. There you go.
Better?
Let's see here. There we go. Yep.
Okay. So basically what I'm looking at is CELR's pulling back off of some crazy parabolic runs from last week. And I'm basically just watching areas of support off prior all-time highs of 10 cents as like the major areas support. But I came up with 12.4 cents is the next area after we broke 15 cents. Okay. And I'm expecting a little bit of a correction here before we run higher. So that's about all I got on CELR right now until we hit a bottom. I can't really, predict much at the moment for a price target if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I mean, on that daily, I mean, man, that was just such a steep climb.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
And this is kind of like where I'm looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm expecting a little bit of a correction. And then overall, I mean, the whole market, which it's kind of hard to see the data, but looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so now I'm kind of expecting a bigger correction unless Bitcoin can pull through like you guys were looking at.
Yeah.
And now my internet's kind of cutting out, so you might want to switch to your screen.
Yeah, I'll cut you here. I'll cut your chart. CELR is a 100 ranked coin on crypto market cap. So, I mean, that's pretty buck wild. 10 billion market supply. I mean, that's pretty good. 14 cents. I mean, what did this run up from? Like 2 cents to 14 cents?
Yeah, somewhere right around there, 3 cents.
I wish I would have just thrown $1,000 in that.
Yeah, I put a decent amount.
That's good.
Into it. That I was kind of late. I pulled Ethereum profits and put it into CELR.
Attaboy.
It's still sitting pretty good at the moment, but
that's pretty good, man. Congratulations on that. And then so Crypto Airborne, what do you got going on, man? You got some
Dude, I'm reading these comments, man. You guys
are they?
Where are you guys from, man? You got a bunch of impatient mother effers in this thing, man. I swear, dude. I guarantee none of you guys are sitting on 6 figures in your portfolios right now. You guys who are bitching. I'm a straight shooter, you guys. It's so funny, man. I'm about to freaking boot all you guys. Dude, have some patience, man. I'm not a crypto nerd or anything, but I've been holding for a while and I've got some great gains, but dude, it's you got people in the comment section oh, come on, CKB. We just want to hear CKB. Look, is that all you do is invest in CKB? There's more to life than CKB, guys. Come on, man. I'm getting heated right now.
Yeah.
Open, who's this WRVF? Open your brain. Okay, let's open your brain, bro. I'm getting whatever, dude.
I'm not even looking at the comments.
Are you guys even like?
But yeah.
Anyway,
that's funny. But yeah, big thanks to Small for the super chat. I would buy
everyone wants money
CKB
overnight.
with that.
Nader 2153. You're exactly right, man. And about let's see, 95% of the people in the chat probably aren't going to do that. Like,
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, we all want money overnight. Hey, trust me.
I'm done. It's just these. I've been around the social media space for a while, and
and trust me, I want CKB to fly just as much as everybody, but I wanted to do it, with, strength, and I do want us to hold these support levels quite nicely. How about we take a quick peek at Voyager Token?
Yeah, I got a quick thing to share with everybody.
You want me to share your screen?
Yeah, sure. And then they're going to be like, oh, the Voyager Token. Yeah, you get the people that hate that. I can go into an hour-long conversation about that. But, no, I got some good hopium, actually some good news for international people of the Voyager Token.
So here we go.
All right, guys. So just earlier this morning, Voyager Token was listed on the FTX exchange. So if you guys aren't familiar with the FTX exchange, you guys know that they partnered with Tom Brady. And the Voyager platform, they have a partnership with Rob Gronkowski of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So this is the rumor on the street in the Voyager world, is that Gronkowski kind of like put it in Brady's ear, hey, you guys got to list VGX, blah, 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 because they're all friends and whatnot. So if you guys are international and you do want to buy a Voyager token and stake and make 7%, this is what you do. So you go to ftx.com, and then once you first go there, you're going to see, what exchange do you want to? Do you want to visit FTX US or FTX International? So if you are international, you're not in the United States, you'll click this. Boom, look at the top. VGX, it's new, brand new listed. You'll click on that. You'll log in, you'll make your account, whatever. You'll buy it, okay? So then once you get your Voyager tokens, then you'll want to go over to the VGX swap. So what you'll do is you'll go over to the Voyager website, you'll connect your wallet with MetaMask, and then you can stake your Voyager tokens for 7%. So that's big news for the Voyager community internationally. If you guys can't get it in the US, you're not part of the Voyager community there, but they did bring it internationally. So that's good news.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, the expansion of Voyager it's at the very infant stages. So we're going to really see this thing fly soon, within the next few years, for sure.
Yeah, I'm curious the volume, if they're tracking it yet on. So here, 24 volume. They just listed it. They got $286,000 in trading volume.
Nice.
Which is 5%. So that definitely helps the price, because if you guys do look at the price, the Voyager price did shoot up earlier this morning. Let me just go to the last 20. What was this? Yeah, so it was like at 220. They listed it. It went all the way up to like 270, and now we're coming back down a little bit. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
Yep, I know.
You see that pump and dump. But bear with me 1 second here. I'm just trying to. All right. So yeah. So anything else big going on with Voyager Token right now? This is definitely one of my bigger favorite coins out there.
Yeah.
Price performance, the last few months has just, really kind of been not good, to be honest with you. But I do think that we are seeing that turn around.
Yeah, this is a long-term hold, guys. Like, this is one of the fastest growing crypto brokerages ever, if not the only one right now. Like, they just announced 800,000 funded accounts within the platform. Steve Ehrlich just announced on one of his interviews that he had on MSN Business or something like that, I think. But they're on track. Like they're a publicly traded company. They're on the Toronto Stock Exchange, NASDAQ soon, which is going to be huge. They do everything by the book, regulation-wise. So like if you're afraid about what's going on, you're in the United States, the SEC and all that stuff, and you want to put your money with a crypto exchange brokerage, which they are a brokerage, and feel safe, I definitely would recommend Voyager.
Yeah, plus it's insured up to X amount. I think usually the standard is like 100,000.
If you keep it in USD, it's up to like whatever the standard is. But there is talks of them having a USDC insurance from this is like a rumor thing that they're going to be doing something like that.
Yeah, definitely. But Crypto TA, do you holding any Voyager token, bro?
No, I currently don't. I use the exchange, I'm pretty sure, to buy CKB.
Okay.
That's what it is, right? It's an exchange.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just yeah, but I used to hold all my CKB on there, and I went with a different brokerage just because I couldn't move it out into my Nervos DAO. Especially since I started mining stuff. It's just like, oh man.
I was wondering what do you guys hold? Where do you hold your CKB? I just leave it on Voyager because I can't put it on my SafePal wallet.
Yeah, so I got the Nervos DAO.
Okay.
So I just buy it with like crypto.com and then I send it right over to the Nervos DAO. So that works just fine. And my miners send all the profits to the Nervos DAO too as well. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, that is cool. But let's get into a little TA on Voyager token, since I do know there's probably some good VGX right there. Yeah, I think so.
It looks like it's kind of found a bottom, in my opinion.
Yeah, this has really been...
You got to share your screen. You still got mine.
Yeah.
So I was like...
Oh, man. I guess that would help, wouldn't it? How about that, folks? But yeah, we had this really wicked little falling wedge that just kind of showed up on the charts over the last, few days, couple of weeks, and produced a really nice bounce. I don't know, Crypto TA, we might be seeing a little Elliott wave theory here. Possibly. Totally possible.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to trend off that falling wedge.
Yep.
The breakout.
So yeah, I think in the last video I was doing, I was kind of speculating that we would see a likelihood of Voyager token, maybe trading down to like $2.02 is where I had it based off some Fibonacci retracements. And looks like we ended up hitting the $2.07 mark, somewhere in there. So congrats to everyone who bought that dip, because man, they're rewarded pretty good. One thing I'm looking at here, just on the charts, okay, is this a formation? We got the Elliott wave theory, but one thing I'm noticing is, this could be a formation too of a little head and shoulders pattern. And what I'm seeing here is a little neckline. Well, maybe it's not as pronounced as I thought it was just by looking at it, but I don't know. Let's look at this on a 4-hour chart. So we can see what's nice about Voyager token is we've got a nice steady 200 moving average showing up on the charts. Like this has just been killing me trading up to September 22nd, within the last week, because we really didn't have this to kind of go off of. Currently, we can't really trade this on the daily chart either because it just looks like crap.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a descending triangle on the daily.
Yeah, for sure.
It tried to break lower, and then if you see the MACD, it's making a convergence signal, so the opposite of a divergence, which is what kind of made me think of a bottom here.
Yeah, absolutely. This ran up from Crypto Airborne. What was Voyager token trading at here? I don't know, before the bull run, 25 cents, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, before it popped in, what was it, January when it ran up? It was like its quick run up to $7.10.
Yeah, that's nuts. I mean,
yeah, it was for like a while. It was trading between 2 cents up to like 16 cents.
Yeah, that's nuts. And then yeah, we saw that $7.50 high, whatever it was. Obviously, that doesn't show on this chart because of the token swap. But yeah, Voyager token is it's definitely looking good. At least on this 4-hour chart. Usually, once we see like this 50 moving average start to trend this way, and we are currently working through this cloud. So if we can get price action on top of this cloud, we might see this 50 moving average kind of curve. And that's when we really see price action just take off. So, I mean, anything's really possible from here. Let's look at, I'm thinking at least maybe a $2.93 Voyager token here in the next week or two if Bitcoin keeps its act together. So that's just a guess.
Yeah. Remember like the last run up that we had, what was on the 16th of September with the cashback rewards thing? Is that pop right there?
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting ready for that. They're thinking probably like a couple days after the first of this next month or whatever. Okay. Everyone's going to start getting it because that was a big thing where it was unexpected. That was the whole Voyager thing. The surprise right there was by Steve, and the cashback was only supposed to be one time a month. Now they're doing it twice a month,
which is insane.
So I don't know if there's going to be the hype. There's the interest. We got the payday tomorrow for interest is the first, and then we got the cashback within a couple days. So you might see a little pop here.
Just another reason to get Voyager, the Voyager app, to do some trading. If you're a trader, and you're good at it, man, you can make some extra money just on these bonuses that they're giving out twice a month. I think on the last bonus I got like $150 worth of Voyager or something deposited into my account.
That's another thing I get a lot of questions about. So the cashback rewards, as long as you're a part of their Voyager loyalty program, which you get to hold 500 VGX for the first tier, 5,000 for the second, and then 20,000 for the third. And there's a certain calculation. I put out a video how they calculate that from someone in the community did it or figured out how they do it. But it has to be a market buy because there's limit buys and market buys. You're only going to get the cash back if you do market buys or market sells. Sure. And whatever the spread is based off all the exchanges that they partner with is how they calculate it in the long run. So if you make a bunch of market buys and sells from October 1st to the 15th, you'll get paid out like on the 16th or 17th of October. And then from whatever, the 15th to the 30th, whatever market buys and sells that you do, you'll get paid out November, whatever, 3rd or 4th, which surprisingly is a lot more than what everyone thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
So another incentive in utility for the VGX token.
Yeah, and you got to wonder how long that will last too. I mean, hopefully for a while. It's a great incentive to get people to download the app.
Yeah.
But let's take some crypto from the chat here. I have not been listening or watching the chat here. So do we got anybody in the chat section that wants TA on any crypto?
It's pretty crazy in the chat.
We can have.
I'm ignoring it now after my rant.
Oh yeah, they were not happy.
They want to ban me. The chat wants to ban me after I went off, but whatever.
Yeah, you flew off like a loose handle. So quantum, how about we look at quantum? Let's see here. What is it? Quantum? Is this it? There we go. Okay, Crypto TA is going to take a short break. No problem, bud. I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of remove you from the screen there. Just a private chat meeting if you want to come back on. But here we got quantum. Okay. So quantum, man, this has really been an interesting ride for quantum. It really kind of looks like the current Bitcoin chart, to be honest with you. One thing I do want to see is if we have any Gartley pattern here. And so let's just kind of break this down. I'm thinking like this is going to be a good point here or down here. So we're just going to go and kind of measure off this area. Okay, not really seeing anything. So with that said, let me just pull up a little bit bigger chart just to kind of get a real good pulse on this. This kind of looks like a cup and handle to me, guys. It really does. I mean, we got a nice bull formation. We got the handle forming, and we may be in for a treat. Right now, price action is squeezing on quantum, so be aware of that. And we can see this just by looking at these price trends here. So I would say that right around the end of November, maybe end of October, early November, we may really see some volatility hit quantum, and we may be seeing we might be seeing some sort of symmetrical triangle forming here. But one thing I can see is that this Fibonacci channel, if we draw that up like this, we are still in some great support, ever since March of 2020. So with that said, right now, we might be seeing some sort of corrective wave that might look something like this. But that would make sense if this really does fill out the symmetrical triangle. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this right now. And that would be a good indication where we might bounce out of this pattern and maybe complete this cup and handle formation, if that is what it is. But quantum, I mean, this would be like a 3-year cup and handle formation if it forms, and we would see some incredible upside if that did happen. The other thing that I could kind of argue here is maybe the possibility of some sort of head and shoulders pattern here. I mean, it's kind of evident. I mean, if we just kind of go like this, we can kind of argue that that might be a deal breaker for quantum, and this may produce some sort of bearish leg, especially if Bitcoin produces some negative price action. Let's see. Let's move on to the next one. What do we got here? ANKR.
Are there any VGX heroes in the chat? I'm just curious if there's anyone watching. Any VGX heroes?
Maybe.
Write something in the comments.
So ANKR, what a ride this has been. Wow. I mean, look at this. Buy in at 0.001, and this thing ran all the way up to 17 cents. Let's look at ANKR on a super high level here. We've got the daily chart, and we can see that, man, this looks just like the current day Bitcoin chart. But we can see price action came down through the 50, struck through the 200, came up, tried to stay above the 200, and now we have a cross underneath. So with price action being under the cloud, I would say, man, I want to just see if we can get a Gartley pattern out of this. So I'm going to measure from this point up to here, and I'm hoping this might come into like the 61.8 level, somewhere in there. So actually, this is perfect for Gartley pattern, because we're looking for a retracement at B to be no less than 78.6. So we do have our downside pattern. Let's look at this. All right, so this is the zone we're looking for Gartley pattern, and we can see that we clearly have gotten price action in that zone. Second thing we're doing is we're looking for the 61.8 level around this point in an extension. So if we kind of measure down at the same spot, boom, this came up and wicked the 61.8. But this zone can go anywhere from this high here down to the 61.8. So we'll go ahead and we will draw up our little sell-off zone here, which price action did. So now you're probably figuring, what's next for ANKR? Well, this is a bearish pattern. So what I'm going to do is look for the 127 somewhere down in here. And we are going to measure from point B up to point A. And this is not good. This is not good. Not good to see the 127 down here. What in the world is going on with this? Just going to make sure this is right. So bear with me 1 second here. Yeah, so I mean, it's looking bearish for ANKR right now. That's all I'm going to say. I do think that there is a chance that, we may end up seeing some sort of significant retracement at this point in time. So let's move on to the next coin, if you guys got any. Otherwise, we will wrap this up. Anybody else have any TA that they want? ANKR and ETH 2.0. We just did ANKR. ETH. Let's look at ETH. ETH's going to look a lot like the Bitcoin charts. I mean, we got a double top almost here. We can see price action on the daily has come down. We have bounced off the 200, and this is forming some sort of symmetrical triangle at the moment. And we know this because, let's go to a 12-hour chart. We can see this price kind of consolidating here and here. And typically what we are going to see with ETH or with any trend like this is we have a great corrective wave here. This symmetrical triangle, a lot of times when you see these form, the previous trend will continue. So we might be in store for another corrective wave to occur. So ETH, in my own opinion, I'm not really head over heels for it at this moment in time. And I mean, we can kind of see, that if we lose this 200, things are going to get dicey for ETH. And we got this 50 really creeping on price action as well. So if we see price action come up and bounce off the 50, we may be seeing price action tumble a little bit, kind of away from the cloud right now. So I would think that for the next week, we may trade within this symmetrical triangle or test this 50 at some point in time. What else do we got? Crypto Airborne, you seeing anything?
There's so much.
Yeah. So COTI, or what is that?
COTI.
What's that?
COTI. Yeah, COTI's a payment processing application.
I'm seeing CQT.
Oh, CQT.
What the heck is this? I've never heard of this. Apparently it's on the Kraken exchange.
Liquid requested that.
Looks like it's new, July. At least new to TradingView's charts. I'm not sure when the inception of this crypto actually was. CQT is a partner with CKB. All right, I'll have to look into that. I did not know that. I should. Nice. Let's look at this on the daily. This has really taken off from 34 cents all the way up to $2. So great price action there. I just want to break this back down to like the 4-hour chart. Just because this is so new, we really don't have a heck of a whole lot of data. So bear with me 1 second here. I mean, we could almost argue that, this is in somewhat of an uptrend as of right now. If we do violate this Fibonacci channel here, if you start seeing price action really creep below this 82-cent level within the next couple of weeks, might be in some sort of trouble. But right now, I do think that we may be seeing CQT set up for a golden cross just off the way that this price action is playing out. A lot of times, like I was saying before, when we start to see this 50 moving average curve like this towards the 200, we will see price action really react prior to that. Usually that will result in a nice golden cross later on, but we could be seeing this 50 moving average just kind of do one of these things here. On a grand scale, this chart is so new, it's really hard to tell where it is actually going. So let's just throw up a little Fibonacci extension for the time being. So right now it does look like it is really getting over this 382 Fibonacci level. Could expect more resistance at the $1.22 level. After that, maybe $1.43. Let's just give the audience here a little retracement schedule. So if we see this thing start banging to the downside, let's just drag this down here. I think it would be safe to say that 69 cents, somewhere in there, might be a turnaround point for CQT. I'm gonna have to write this one down and check this one out later. But what do we got in the chat? What's going on in this chat section? My goodness, it looks
we'll have a conversation after this about.
Okay.
It. I'm just ignoring it pretty much right now.
So we appreciate Strika.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Strika, man. You're the man. Yeah. We got to get you on sometime soon, man, because you're in Australia, right? So I don't even know what time it is over there. It's probably like the morning or mid-afternoon. I don't know.
Yeah, it's morning there. So we definitely I want to hear your story. So we'll get into that later. So he says he's trying here, guys. We are all here defending Nervos. Thank you. That is great to see. It's a good, reputable, company or cryptocurrency, I should say. So I think that we're going to just go ahead and wrap this live stream up. It's almost an hour. Usually we run way too long with these. We just kind of, at the beginning of the video, really kind of broke down if CKB, has the potential to hit that dollar point, hit that $3.50 point. And just to give a quick recap to everybody that hopped on later is, currently we have, coins like Dogecoin with 130 billion coins. And so technically, if you take CKB with their little $28 billion, coin cap that they have, or I should say that's the amount of coins in circulation, times that by 4 or 5, you'll end up right at about $3.50. This is so far out at this point in time, maybe 5-10 years, possibly. It could be next year. Nobody knows, and that is the correct answer. But $1, I do think $1 will happen, within the next few years, a lot sooner than people think, especially as soon as these developers get up and running. Some of these bridges get built to all these other cryptocurrencies like ADA. We're really going to see things fly. But Dogecoin, man, this is an example of, the little coin that could. 0.0002 in 2017 up to 70, 3, 4, 5 cents, somewhere in there. Ridiculous.
I had I can even show you guys proof, and I think I did on one of my TikToks or something, but I owned 300,000 Dogecoin at one point on Robinhood.
Man.
Granted, Robinhood, well, they're getting ready to have real wallets where you can send and exchange or transfer coins or whatever, but I bought in at 0.0021, I think, back in 2019, Doge, and I sold it all off. But like, if I would have held on to it when it blew up, it would have been like $300,000-$400,000. So a little bit.
Sure. Definitely. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, I was in a similar situation. I didn't have that much of a holding, but it was substantial. But yeah, I wish I would have kept it. That's the that's the lesson learned. And I guess I'm just not going to make that same lesson with CKB. So we'll just have to see what happens, and only time will tell, right?
For sure.
So
man, we're doing pretty good this live stream. 55 minutes we're at right now.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely just I think it's time to just wrap things up. I just want to give a huge shout out to our man on the front lines, Striker.
Yeah, dude.
Just laying it down. I love it, brother. So huge shout out to you. Thank you so much for
Ricky,
fighting in the trenches.
Well, Ricky's still living in his basement. We got to quit giving that dude some attention.
We got to get him on the channel.
Just tell me why it's going to go to $1. Just tell me why, because I can't do my own research. I got to listen to these YouTubers because we know everything, right?
Yeah, that's funny. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop Crypto TA's YouTube channel in the comments section here. Like, this guy's good. And I don't know, Crypto TA, are you on with us right now?
Yeah, I'm still here. I had to eat some dinner and round up my kids, so I'm back though.
Yeah, no, definitely. I totally forgot to add you back in, but yeah, just thank you for coming on the channel and sharing your insight. It was great to have you here. And if you guys are into CELR, and he's got a ton of videos here, just give him a follow. You won't be disappointed. Definitely, you give a great in-depth analysis. And Crypto Airborne is my other co-host for tonight. I'm going to drop his channel in the comments section as well. So follow him. Thanks again, Crypto Airborne, for coming on. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
I think you might have some people heading over to your channel to
hopefully get some good people. Get all the haters coming and disliking all my videos, but hey, it's engagement. So thanks, guys, for either liking or disliking. I don't give a crap.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks, guys, for coming on. And Crypto TA, stay on the line here. We are just going to go ahead and end this. Answer one last question. How much CKB should be your end goal? And that's a question. That's a question, man. I don't know.
It all depends on how much you're willing to afford to lose if CKB were to go to 0. It's a common question throughout the crypto sphere. Like, how much should I own for $1 million? Depends how much are you, like, I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good project. It's definitely a good project, to say the least.
Definitely a long-term hold within the next 2 years. I think if you have between $500,000 to $1 million and you hold within the next couple of years, you're going to be sitting on a pretty good lump.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think that will wrap up this live stream. And yeah, Crypto TA, Crypto Airborne, just hang on. We'll converse in the chat room here. But thanks again, everybody, for watching. Huge shout out to all my Patreons as well. I don't have the banner pulled up, but at least right this second. I'm not going to get into that. Okay, so we'll see you guys later, and we'll put out a video tomorrow.